I haven't got a chance to open the set. It's finally time. I've been playing a lot of standard because of this set, so I might play standard. I don't know, but it's playing standard on arena. Anyway, Edge of Eternities, space and stuff. The set would have been much better if there were more Eldrauzis, but we got one. That's better than nothing, but kind of dropped the ball. Oh boy, time to fill up my trash can yet again. It's been a long time since I've done that. I don't remember what the edge packs was like. Is it literally the same as the box? Set that to the side. All right, so we know we can get Ancient Tomb. We know we can get the Shocklands and the wannabe Gaius Kratos in Tolarian Academy. Uh, Ironically, I already have the one of the one few cards that I wanted from the set already during my pre-release. I played 4 colors and I actually won all of it. I didn't lose a single time. So anyway, let's start. And I heard they made this even harder to open than all of them. So, and I noticed that the art cards are now in the collector packs instead. So anyway, Ice Cave Crasher, trample, landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature gains +1/+0 until end of turns. Tifa's better still. Virus Beetle. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. There's like a single. There's always one of these every set. Like no joke. But Bard deals 4 damage to target creature. Drix Fate Maker. When this creature enters, put 1/1 counter on target creature. Each creature you control with 1/1 counter on it has Trample, Warp 2. Embrace Oblivion. As additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Destroy target creature or spaceship. I used this in one of my standard decks. It's not super good. British Rampage. Choose one. Deals 3 damage to each opponent, or exile all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Use social engineering. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token and a warp 2. Emergency eject. Destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a lander token. Galvanizing Saw Ship. Oh, this this is one of the cards that carried my pre-release because it's 6 mana, but it has only for 3 power. You get a flying and haste 6/5. So yeah, this card was actually kind of nuts. We got a foil swamp. Yeah. They they went crazy with the lands in this set, especially because they're actually borderless versus uh like like Final Fantasy was only full art, but this is actually borderless. And you can get these in Galaxy. All right, for the first wear, Arch Enemy's Charm. Choose one, exile target creature or planeswalker, return 1 or 2 creatures and or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Put 2/1/1 counters on target creature control. It gains lifelink until end of turn. It's definitely one of the worst charms for sure. Not super great. Depth Shaker Titan. When this creature enters, any number of target non-creature artifacts you control become 3/3 artifact creatures. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Each creature you control has melee, trample, and haste. Ah. This is the commander card. If it was a standard card, I would have used this because this like my deck it does involve artifacts. Oh, we got one of the plants already. Borderless. Or is this borderless? It enters tapped. Wait. Ad Adagia, Windswept Base Bastion. Enters tapped. You can add white. Station for 12 counters. For 4 mana. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or enchantment you control, except it's a legendary. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh yeah. So my pre-release, I was one of the few people that did not get one of these, like Stellar Lands. Petrify Field, add colorless. Sacrifice land, return target land card from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah. Wow. My one pack has two of the cards that carried my pre-release. I love this card so much. Pain for all. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any other target. Whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each opponent. Oh, we had a gold stamp art, at least. I like to actually keep these. Oh my god. They definitely used a different kind of foil, aluminum wrapping for this. Intrepid Tenderfoot. 3 mana counter on this creature. Depressurized. Target creature gets -3, -0 until end of turn. Then, if that creature's power is 0 or less, destroy it. Mental Modulation. It costs 1 less to cast during your turn. Tap target artifact or creature. Draw a card. Domination. Automaton Torpedo. 6 mana, sacrifice this artifact. Destroy the target, non land permanent. This ability costs 3 less to activate if you attack with a spaceship this turn. Temporal Intervention. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a non land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non land card from it. The player discards that card. Hymn of the Faller. Surveil 1, then you draw a card and lose a life. If a non land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn, draw another card. Oh wait, that's actually super strong. What the wait? Because you get a surveil too, so technically it could be it you potential 3 cards. One to pitch to the grave and then draw 2. Biomechan Engineer. When this creature enters, create a lander token. For 8 mana, draw 2 cards, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. I don't know anyone that would ever use that. Starfield Shepherd. Flying when this creature enters, search your library for a basic planes card or a creature card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Warp 2. Uthro Scanship. When the spaceship enters, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. And then for 8 counters, it has flying in the 4/4. Got a mountain. That, oh wait, it's actually galaxy foil. It's very hard to see the galaxy part, but it's there. Like oh, there's you can see a little bit of the galaxy part. It was very hard to see. But yeah, look at that crazy art. Sammy Wildcat Captain. Double strike villager spells you cast have affinity for artifacts. Amazing Voltron deck right here. Radiant Summit. Uh, land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. What's up, Graggles? Deaf gastronaut. It's the lobster. Tell me a shrimp fried this rice. Artifacts you control are foods in addition to the other types and have two tap sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. For 1 mana, you can sack a food and he deals 3 damage to each opponent. At the beginning of each instant, when you gain a life this turn, untap Raggles. Very fun card. Thespian stage. One colorless, and this land becomes a copy of target land, except it has this ability. Hey, you want another Gaia's Cradle? Nova Hellstrike. I hate this card. I hate this card. It's a 4/5 you can cast for 3 mana with haste, and deals 1 damage to target creature and opponent controls. And a lantern token. I think that's better. Should I center it? Yeah, I probably should center it. There we go. So lands, rare mythics. Yeah. Yeah. No, not art card. Is it stamped? We'll find out. Radiant Strike. Destroy tap the target artifact or tapped creature. You gain 3 life. For 4 mana? Hell no. Crazy. Orbital Plunge. It does 6 damage to target creature. If excess damage was dealt this way, create a lantern token. Intrepid Tenderfoot. We've seen it. Lost in Space. Target artifact or creature's owner put a sit on their choice of top or bottom of their library. Surveil 1. Not great. It is a removable spell, though. Same as Curiosity. You gain 2 life, create a lantern token. Susurian Dirgecraft. When it enters each opponent, sacrifice a non token creature. And for 7 counters, it's flying 4/3. Roving Actuator. When this creature enters, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this turn, exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard. Copy it, and you may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. Reroute System. Choose one. Target artifact or creature gains indestructible until end of turn. It deals 2 damage to target tapped creature. Uh not not terrible. Restoration Magic's still way better. Harmless Grove Strider. Ward 2. This creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. Got Island, just foil. Just a foil. Moonlit Meditation. Enchant artifact or creature you control. First time you create one or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. What a shame that this is in blue. Imagine it was just in green or white, or even red. Oh, oh, evil. Imagine all the in red. Is it? You can play goblins and then fucking run enchantments and turn all the goblins into fuck the same enchantment. Scouring Swarm. Flying whenever you sacrifice a land, create a tap token that's a copy of this creature if 7 or more lands cards are in your graveyard. In your grave. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, create a tap 1/1 black instant creature token with flying. Ew. In your graveyard? Not on your field? I know they're trying to basically make a Scoot Swarm, but you know. Quantum Riddler. Flying when this creature enters, draw a card. As long as you have one or fewer cards in hand, if you draw one or more cards, you draw that many cards plus one instead. Uh this goes crazy with flubs. Assuming you have that one card that exiles your draws instead of drawing them. Yeah, if you have that on board, yeah, this goes crazy with flubs. This We got ancient tomb. We got an ancient tomb. Let's fucking go. Well, uh, that goes to my CDH deck immediately. I mean, I have one, but I don't want to put that the other one I have. LG Acolyte. Lifelink, whenever one more creature you control does combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. At the beginning of your instant with non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Actually, not a bad card. I had some brews for this, but I didn't really want to do it. And then, oh wait, are these all stamped? Huh. Two stamped cards. I'm guessing they're all stamped. But yes, we got Ancient Tomb. We got Ancient Tomb. Rig for War. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike and reach until end of turns. Lux Night Breacher. This creature enters with one counter for each other creature and or artifact you control. Very good card. Star Perk Security. For 4 mana, tap another target creature. This better cost 2 less if you control a creature with one counter, which is fucking easy to do. So 3 mana, tap a creature. But it's 1 mana to cast it and then basically 2 mana to do the thing. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice an artifact. When you do, put a counter on target creature and draw a card. If that was somehow repeatable, that'd be a great card. At the beginning of your end step, if a long-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Wait, I didn't even say the name. Pavarian Skywarden. Honored Knight Captain. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. For 6 mana, sacrifice this creature. Search your library for an equipment card, put it onto the battlefield, then wait. Put it on the battlefield? Huh? Wait, that's actually good. Yeah, it's a lot of mana, but you can literally get like the most expensive equipment ever for 6 mana. Wow. I think this card is strong. It's not. It's too slow for standard, but I think this card is pretty strong for any Voltron deck. But kind of similar. Another artifact you control enters, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, I was thinking, I was like, wait, I can break this, but it's 5 mana, so never mind. Too expensive. Virtuant Silencer. Whenever a non-token artifact creature you control does combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counter. Blech. Gross. Get that out of my face. I've almost died to that too in pre-release. Full bore. Target creature gets +3/+2 until end turn. If this creature was cast for his warp cost, it also gains trample and haste until end of turn. That seems a little too strong. You'll probably see this a lot in standard. Let's just like, for example, that 4/5 dragon with haste already. That'll be a 7. That'll be a 7/7 with trample and flying. Oh my god. Yeah, force foil. Oh yeah, I didn't even get an alternate art either. I got force like this force, but I didn't in the pre-release. That's literally the only alternate thing I got. Oh yes, my favorite card in this set: weapons manufacturing. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions with. When this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. You can see why I like this card. Uh, yes, this is one of the main components for my standard deck in on Arena. because I have a way to destroy all of them at once for 3 mana at most. 1 mana, I've already have the thing on the board, so and it's an instant sack. So munition triggers no matter what when it leaves. So amazing card. Also, I put the island, the forest in the wrong spot. Long range sensor. Whenever you attack a player, put a charge counter on this artifact. For 1 mana, remove 2 charge counters and discover 4. Wait, that that seems also very strong because it doesn't. You don't have to connect. You just have to swing at them. Huh. Discover 4. Basically, turn 3. If you have 2 creatures on board already, and I swing twice, I get a 4 mana spell for free. Wow. Okay. Starfield Vocalist. If a permanent entering the battlefield costs a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. This one could be in the anime art. Contested Warzone. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, that creature controller gains control of this land. For 1 mana, attacking creatures gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Well, there's my anime. There's my anime card. I was literally just talking about it. The Dominion bracelet. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and it has 15 for 15 mana. Exile it and you control target opponent during their next turn. This ability costs X less to activate, where X is its creature's power. Activate only as a sorcery. And a beast. I wonder if it's one anime card per box. It probably is. If we're going by like foundations and or all the previous sets. But yeah, that is my I guess that's my anime art. Oh my god. There we go. Depressurize, we've seen it. Mental modulation, we've seen it. Divert disaster. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 2. If they do, you create a lander token. So pretty much, hey, if you want to cast that spell, give me a ramp me, basically. That's what this is. Shadow Wings. Destroy the target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Surveil 1. Have Land Seeker. Menace. When this creature enters, create a lander token. At the beginning of the instant on your next turn, sacrifice that token. Debris Field Crusher. When this spaceship enters, it deals 3 damage to any target. And for 8 counters, it has flying, 2 mana, the spaceship gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Timeline Color. Haste, when you may cast this card from your graveyard using its warp ability. Which is 1 mana, pay 2 life. Pretty good. Specimen Frighter. When this spaceship enters, return up to 2 non-spaceship creatures to their owner's hand. For 9 counters, it has flying whenever the spaceship attacks. Defending player deals 4 cards. For 6 mana, not great. Nope. Tanuk, Memorial Ensign. Whenever a land you control enters, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. If this is the second time this ability has resolved, draw a card. It's funny. I took apart the Well Shaper deck precon, and this card would probably love that deck because I have 9 additional land per turn cards in that deck. I played it for the first time and I was able to play 6 lands per turn by turn like 5. We got Galaxy Foil Plains. Look how pretty that is. Plains, probably not the most impressive. It's probably the least impressive one out of all of them so far, but still nice. Infinite Guideline Station. When it enters, create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each multicolored permanent you control. Whenever for 12 counters, it has flying. Whenever it attacks, draw a card for each multicolor permanent you control. It's 715. That's a big butt. Glittering Massive. Mountain Plains, when this land enters tap and has cycling 2. I put the planes in the wrong spot. Warmaker Gunship. When the spaceship enters, it deals damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to target creature an opponent controls. And for 6 counters, it has flying 4/3. I put this in the wrong spot too. Wandering Fuma roll. This land enters tap or taps for is it 4 mana until end of turn. This land becomes a 1/4 blue and red elemental creature with 0. Switch this creature's power and toughness until end of turn. It is still a land. Oh, look, it's the promo card. Destroy all creatures. Then any number of target players each mill half their library rounded down. Singularity Rupture. 6 mana. And a lander token. All the anime arts that I got that's in the set, I think the Minion Bracelet is actually one of the least expensive ones. Ice Cave Crasher. Zealous Display. Creatures control get +2/+0 until end of turn. If it's not your turn, untap those creatures. Worm Maw Sweeper. When it enters, surveil 2. And for 4 counters, it has flying and it's a 2/2. Brave Blade Heavy. As long as you control an artifact, this creature gets +1/+0 and has Death Touch. Gene Pollinator. Tap an untapped permanent you control, add 1 mana of any color. Not bad. Dual Sun Adepts. Double Strike. 5 mana creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Alpha Rail, Dreamy Acolyte. When he enters, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card. During your turn, Alpha Rail has Death Touch. Seaship Agrarian. Agrarian? Agrarian. When this creature becomes tapped, create a lander token. Whenever a land you control enters, put 1/1 counter on this creature. Seems a little busted, but. Wicked Navigator. When this creature becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. We got the planes again. Not regular foil this time. Oh look, it's the one Eldrazi in this deck. In this set. And Anti-Casual Visage. If the creature leaves the battlefield, draw a card, then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand onto the battlefield. It has Warp 4. Baloth Prime. But this creature enters with tapped with 6 stun counters in it. When you sacrifice the land, create a tap 4/4 green beast creature token and untap this creature. And for 4 mana, you sack a land, you gain 2 life. Oh, well, I spoiled that. No Hellkite, we've ever seen that. We got Blink Moth Nexus. Look at that art. So pretty. For 1 colorless and then 1 mana, it becomes a 1/1 Blink Moth artifact creature with flying until end of turn, still a land. And for another one, target Blink Moth creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Sunstar Chaplain. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, put 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Remove for 2 mana, remove a counter from a creature you control, tap target artifact or creature. Oh, so then they all do not come with stamps. Don't care for it then. I don't care for it. I want my stamps. That pack was very easy to open for some reason. Mechanozoa. This creature enters. When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature in opponent control, they put a stun counter on it. Sagdrill Scrapper. For 2 mana, sacrifice another artifact or land, draw a card. Prior Shatter. Attack creature Enchanted creature gets -5, -0 when it becomes tapped or is dealt damage. Destroy it. Dark Endurance. This spell costs one less to cast if its target a blocking creature. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Chrome Companion. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you gain one life. For 2 mana, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Honor. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Draw a card. Actually, pretty good. Veltguard Trooper. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, you may discard your hand. Then, if you do, draw a card. Draw 2 cards, actually. Alright, so this is the uncommon that everybody wants. Umbral Collar Zelia. Sacrifice another creature or artifact, surveil 1. So, any Aristocrats player will love this. Uh, I used it for a different deck I use in Standard, which involves sacking stuff. We'll see if we get the card that combos with it, but it makes me, because of it, I have to play 3 colors. Dauntless Scrapbot. When this creature enters, exile each opponent's graveyard, create a lander token. Got a regular mountain foil. Oh, look, it's the other card I was talking about. Biotech Specialist. When this creature enters, create a lander token. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact, notice to say just a artifact. It could be treasure tokens, clue tokens, food tokens. The fact that if I sack a treasure token, you take 2 damage, it's kind of nuts. Yeah, it deals 2 damage to target opponent when you sack an artifact. I put the land in the wrong spot again. Planetary Annihilation. Each player chooses 6 lands they control and then sacrifices the rest. It then deals 6 damage to each creature. Uh, Mimon? Mimon? Memnon? The right hand? 5. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast artifact spells from the top of your library. Artifacts you control have add blues. Spend this mana only to cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand. Stirring Wildwood. This land enters tapped for green and white. And for 3 mana until end of turn, this land becomes a 3/4 green white elemental creature with reach. It's still a land. And Emissary Escort. This creature gets a +X+0, where X is the greatest mana value among other artifacts you control. And elemental. Alright. I don't. I didn't get a single shock land yet. That's shocking. Haha. Like I I got a shock land in my pre-release. I can't get one here. Purity Beckoner. When this creature enters until end of turn, another target creature you control gets +2/+0 until and gains. Whenever this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Weft Blade Enhancer. When this creature enters, put a 2+1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Bright Spirit Zeliot. Vigilance, the creature gets +2/+0 as long as you cast 2 or more spells this turn. Ilvolt Operative. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put 1 counter on this creature. Auxiliary Booster. When this equipment enters, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token and attaches the equipment to it. The equipped creature gets +1/+2 and has flying. Lash Whip Predator. When this spell costs 2 less to cast if your opponent controls 3 or more creatures. Lightless Evangel. Whenever you sacrifice another creature or artifact, put 1 more counter on this creature. All Fate Stalker. When this creature enters, exile up to 1 target non-assassin creature until this creature leaves the battlefield. Glacier Godmaw. Trample. When this creature enters, create a lander token. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance and haste until end of turn. We got a Galaxy Foil Swamp. I trying to see it. There it is. Barely tell. What is there? Also, I looked at the number, so 369. Cosmogoyf. This creature's power is equal to the number of cards you own in exile, and its toughness is equal to that number plus one. Oh, look, it's the Jun Precon commander. Sazriel, Genesis Shepherd. Flying, you may play lands from your graveyard whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent. During your turn, put a number 1/1 counters equal to Sazriel's power on up to one other target creature. Exalted Sunborn, the other one of the other cards you can get in the anime treatment. Flying Lifelink. If one or more tokens will be created under your control, twice that many tokens are created instead. Oh, who would have seen that coming? High Market. Add one, sacrifice a creature, you gain one life. I Still Explorer. Another card that everybody wants. You may play additional land on each of your turn. You may play lands from your graveyard. Whenever a land you control enters, mill a card. And we got stamped. Wait, what? That's a land, I believe. Still no shock lands. Wow. Wow. Hope I'm almost done with the box. Nah, actually, no, we're three-fourths of the way. But still, the point still stands. Not a single shock land yet. Dock Worker Drone. This creature enters with one counter on it. When this creature dies, put this counter on target creature you control. Ill Void, Gale Blade. Flash Flying, 2 mana, sacrifice this creature, draw a card. Melded Moxite. When this artifact enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Sacrifice this artifact, create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Sinister Cryologist. When this creature enters, target creature and opponent controls gets 3/0 to end the turn. In warp 1. Grav Kill. Exile target creature or spacecraft. Utros Psionic Kiss. The second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. Cup Potion. Alright, I got my 3-piece combo in for my pre-release. Target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. If that creature has flying, it deals twice that much damage to itself. I will put the cards together later and I will show you what I did. You might already see how solid. Understand it. Fell Graveship. When this spaceship enters, mill 3 cards. Then return a creature or a spaceship card from the graveyard to your hand. For 8 counters, you get a Flying Lifelink 3/2. Scout for Survivor. Return up to 3 target creatures cards with total mana value of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put 1 counter on each of them. Got our foil planes again. There's a shock land, finally. Jesus. Foil God Shrine. As it enters, you may put 2 life. If you don't, it enters tap. Patrolling Peacemaker. This creature enters with 2/1/1 counters on it. Whenever an opponent commits a crime, proliferate. Ooh. Wait. Pretty good. Loading Zone. Whenever one or more counter will be put on a creature or spacecraft or planet you control, twice that many counter of each of those kinds of counters are put on it instead. Pretty good too. Ooh, a reflecting pool. Okay, that's good. Add 1 mana of any type that a land you control could produce. Oh wait, darkness prevent all combat damage. Oh, it's a black fog. Oh, I got the poster at least. I I wish it was the sliver, but you know I'll take it. I take a fog in black. Orbital plunge. We've seen it. Radiant strike. We've seen it. Gale blade. We've seen it. Germinating Worm. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life. Okay. Nanoform Sentinel. When this creature becomes tapped, untap another target permanent. You target permanent. This ability triggers only once each turn. This is great. I love this card. Great in my pre-release, especially with that green, that 1 mana green mana dork where you have to tap something else. I just untapped it, so that was 2 mana basically. Scour for scrap. Choose one or both. Search your library for artifact card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Sea Ship Impact. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. If its mana value was 2 or less, create a lander token. Bygone Colossus. It's a 9 mana, but it has warp for 3 as a 9/9. Great for stationing spaceships and planets. Atomic Microsizer. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, choose up to 1 target creature. If that creature can't be blocked this turn, it has base power. Can't be blocked this turn, it has base power toughness 1/1 until end of turn. Oh. Tag triggers anybody? Got a Galaxy Foil Force. Pinnacle Star Cage. When this artifact enters, exile art artifacts and creatures with mana value 2 or less until this artifact leaves the battlefield. And for 8 mana, put each card exiled with this artifact into its owner's graveyard, then create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each card put into the graveyard this way. Sacrifice this artifact. Festering Thicket. Terminal Velocity. You may put an artifact or creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That permanent gains haste. When this permanent leaves the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its mana value to each creature, and at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this permanent. You got a Blast Zone. This with a charge counter on it. And you can put X charge counters on this land, or you can sack it. This land destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of charge counters on this land. 0 point Ballad. Destroy all creatures with toughness X or less. You lose X life. If X is 6 or more, return a creature card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. Maha, anybody? And no stamp. All right, we got 1 Shockland so far, and we have 2 packs left. That's not a good sign. British Beckoner. Pinnacle Killship. When this spaceship enters, it does 10 damage up to 1 target creature. And for 7, it's a 7 mana for 7 counters, becomes a 7/7 with flying. Or play Pangolin. Pangolin? Pangolin? Whenever another attack control enters, you may play 1. If you do, put 1 counter on this creature. Red Tiger Mechan. Haste. Warp 2. 3/3. Focus Fire. It deals X damage to target attacking or blocking creature where X is 2 plus the number of creatures and or spaceships you control. For 1 mana, by the way. That's pretty good. Unravel. Counter a target spell. If the amount of mana spent to cast a spell was less than its mana value, you draw a card. So that's just anti-warp. Uh, Atmospheric Greenhouse. When this spaceship enters, put 1/1 counter on each creature you control. For 8 counters, as Flying Trample is a 5/4. Dual Sun Technique. Okay, so this is a good card. Someone told me about. Target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. If it has a 1/1 counter on it, draw a card. Instant speed double strike is pretty good. Invasive Maneuvers. It deals 3 damage to target creature. It deals 5 damage to stay if you control a spaceship. We got Foil Force. Emissary Escort. We've seen it. Solar Array. Add 1 mana of any color. When you next cast an artifact spell, that spell gains Sunburst. I don't know what Sunburst is. I will have to look that up. Cosmogoyf again. Cascade Cataracts. indestructible, and has 5 mana. Add 5 mana in combination of colors. And we got Godless Shrine again in the foil. Right. So we have two Shocklands, and they were both Godless Shrines. All right, give me one more Shockland, cause two Shocklands in the box kind of sounds pretty bad. Given that I've seen someone get three of them in a single pack once. Oh, Nutrition Block, a great card. Indestructible. When and then you can stack as a food, and then when this artifact is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Amazing card. Virus Beetle. Drill too deep. Choose one. Put 5 charge counter on target spaceship or planet you control, or destroy target artifact. Avoid like Jammer. Flash, when this equipment enters, attacks the target creature you control. That creature gains hexproof until end of turn. It gets +1/+2. Grave Pack Monolith. When this creature dies, create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Permanent Elemental. Reach landfall whenever a land you control enters. This creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Hymosymbic Symbic Hymosymbic Might. When this creature becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. Pretty good. Mouth of the Storm. Flying War 2. When this creature enters, creatures your opponent's control gets -3/-0 until your next turn. Memorial Team Leader. During your turn, other creatures you control gets +1/+0. Foiled Mountain. Siege. Sledge class siege ship. Uh, for 7 counters, it gets flying, and whenever this spaceship attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Not bad, actually. Pretty decent. For 3 mana? Yeah. Utros Research Craft. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, draw a card. Put a charge counter on this spaceship. Lasts for 3 counters. And then for 12 counters, this spaceship gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. For 0/8. Sarima. When it enters, search your library for a legendary creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Other tap legendary creatures you control have indestructible. Nesting Ground. Add colorless. Move 1 counter from target permanent you control onto another target permanent. Activate only as a sorcery. And Halia, Guided by Light. Whenever Halia or another creature or artifact you control enters, you gain 1 life. At the beginning of your instant, draw a card, you gain 3 more life this turn. So pretty much, I think the biggest hit was Godless Shrine, most likely, most definitely. Not Godless Shrine. Because I didn't even get a Galaxy Foil Shockland. I didn't even get a Galaxy Foil Special Land. I actually didn't get a Galaxy Foil. Anything? No wait, this was the Galaxy Foil. That's being staged. It's very hard to see it. Well, that aside from the Ancient Tomb, I don't think that was a great box. We're about to find out though. Just move all this. I gotta make sure that these are actually like not galaxy foil on that because it's very actually very hard to see it. All right, let's do it. Let's start with the lands. I should probably move this around. All right, these will go in the trash. These goes on the token stuff. Token. You put that token box. These are just set aside in general. All right, so this land is 690. 18. I just realized I got Thespian stage twice. No. Agent Tomb 85. Hell yes. Yes. Agent Tomb saving my ass. I also wanted a mana confluence, but yeah, it is what it is. $2 for that one. And for foils. Wait. This one is Galaxy Foil. $16. Wow. The number was like really high, so I was like, wait a minute. Off Nexus. Wait. What did I say was the Galaxy Foil? Did I say Thespian Stage was the Galaxy Foil? Am I stupid? I might be a little dumb. Holy shit. I'm fucking stupid. I meant to say fucking nesting, not nesting ground, a petrified field. Unless I put in something in the wrong pile. I might have. We'll find out. I could have sworn I said Thespian Stage, did I not? Wait. Let me go back on the video. It was the petrified field. I just said the wrong. I might have just said the wrong name. I'm very tired. All right, just from the land, I have made $147. I bought this box for like 250. So let's hope for the best. Oh, $30 for the Quantum Riddler. Wow. Wow, these are not great. $6. If it's a creature, it enters with one count on it for each color mana spent on it. Otherwise, it enters with that many charge counters instead. Ew. Cosmo Queef. Gross. Right. Yep, the Arch Enemy Charm is dog shit. Pay for all. Sammy. Overhell Kite. Mutation. Acolyte. Factory. $8 Dominion Bracelet. Actually, one of the worst ones you can get. Lord, it 62 cents for that? Oh, feels bad. $20 for that though. $12 for Darkness. Okay. The rares and lands, 289. And these are all foiled, I believe. So I just really have a crack on my phone. When did that happen? Oh yeah, I was going to say that show what my thing was. Quick kill him. Not quick kill, but it takes a while to get there. Yeah, it needs more anything. 291. I barely made it. $268. So I basically made my money back. But that doesn't include also the Galaxy. Those might be worth a little bit of something. So none of the regular lands are worth anything. Please scan. There we go. All right, so total 284. If you include those galaxy foils. So yeah, ancient tomb is what K would be. It's the only thing that's above $50. Uh, that really was not a great box. Wow. Wait a minute. All right, so this was the combo I did. I had. I had this on field. Uh, I had it as a creature, and then I paint for all of it, and I would swing with it. So I'd be 12 damage total. And then Cup of Potion would do damage to itself, but because it has flying, double that damage, which has 6 power. So we do 12 damage to itself. So I had another 12 damage. So I've been 24 damage in that. In these three cards, 24 damage. So it's just only thing is 6 mana. 6 mana. So the odds of getting it off is pretty lower. It's much lower, but in a limited environment, it's pretty doable, I think. There's some secret layers that I got too from this. Already forgot what comes in these. Oh yeah, I think the only one I cared about was Crucible World and Sylvan Safekeeper. And Death Burger, I wanted to fabricate, I believe. Was it fabricate? It was not. It was Goblin Engineer that I wanted. So I guess I won't open those. I guess that's it for Magic for today. All right. I guess goodbye.